Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the first video of 2022. Super excited for this year because a lot more is gonna be put into this channel. Now that I'm just gonna be focusing on two main things, this being one of them, I'm stoked, especially because it's a new year and it means new opportunities, new gigs, and most importantly, new videos. So I thought it'd be great to start off this year with a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, which is how to pretty much become a professional photographer, especially in 2022. So the truth is that there's no better time to start in this field than now. More than ever, brands, companies, individuals, just everybody needs good photography, especially because the abundance of people taking photos nowadays, it kind of just blends together almost. And so there's definitely a variety of things as far as like making a name for yourself and having a unique style and different things that kind of can separate you from everyone else. So it doesn't matter that there's more content creators and more photographers, you can still stand out, get business, and potentially do this full time. Especially because this day and age, all the tools are available just even on this platform, just on YouTube. You can go search and watch tons of videos like this one and probably get a good footing on starting out in photography and soon enough become a professional in it. Tip number one is to learn the fundamentals of photography and master them. Literally deep dive into all the rules, all the foundation and fundamentals of photography, editing, and everything involved so you become more skilled and more knowledgeable as a photographer going into it. This includes but not limited to composition, lighting, color balance, depth of field, exposure, how your camera works, how to adapt all your settings in an instant to every scene. Just the list goes on. And so it doesn't really have nothing to do with just the camera and the gear that you're using, because even if you are just using one of these, you can easily still become a really good photographer, if not even a professional, with using this tool, this medium. But knowing all of these fundamentals and mastering them will put you a step ahead of everyone else that isn't doing that. And even someone like me that's been doing it now, I think going on 7 years, that's crazy. I'm still learning. Every single day I'm trying to learn something because I don't know everything, and every skill set within this field can obviously evolve and become better, more skilled as far as shooting, composition, lighting, editing. Right now I'm even taking a lighting course because I want to get better at lighting. And especially if you're interested in doing video, because a lot of the same fundamentals apply to video as well. So you're kind of getting a jump start on that as well. And if you guys on this channel are interested, I don't necessarily know what spectrum of this audience watches this video, if it's more beginner based or intermediate or advanced. I'd love to dive into specific videos on the fundamentals of photography and videography and things like that. Let me know down below if you'd like to see more detailed videos on that. Okay, next up, tip number 2 is to find your unique style. So this is constantly confused as your editing style. Obviously, once you start shooting and editing, you're gonna start, curating and coming into a specific editing look and style that you like, and that's great, but that's not only what I'm talking about. I mean literally like your unique shooting style, the types of subjects and the types of photos you take, the type of work that you like to do and then you end up specializing in. All of those things kind of curate to become your specific style, not just like what kind of preset look am I gonna go for. That's not necessarily what you should look into. You want to learn how to properly edit your photos and what actually goes into it, not necessarily just buying presets from your favorite creators and then applying them, calling it done. Obviously, I still vouch that that is a good starting point, because at least you get an idea of how certain creators get those types of looks. For example, my real estate photo presets are meant to be a great starting point where you can drop it on your real estate photo. Could be pretty close to one and done because it's not a very stylized type of editing, but it's meant to show you how you get these results. Now you can tweak exposure, white balance, contrast, any color adjustments, and you'll be good to go. And lastly, I want to stress this as another super important tip, because a lot of beginner photographers and even some photographers nowadays that are kind of seasoned don't really believe in this, but it's so important, and that's having your own website. You really want to take the time to build and curate a super nice website that's streamlined exactly to how you want to showcase your work. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just have your Instagram or social media accounts to be your portfolio, because when someone comes to you, there's a couple things that might happen. Let's say that you consider your Instagram your professional portfolio. What if a client comes to you and they're like, oh man, we'd love to see your work, and you send them to Instagram, and first of all, they don't have Instagram. So already what are you gonna do then? Second, it's not the best way to showcase it because it's kind of just gonna be showcased how everyone else has their Instagram profile. Sure, they might look at it and be like, wow, this is really nice photos, but you can't really give a sense of your style and more in-depth knowing about you and things like that like you could on a website. On a website, it's 100% curated to you, how you want to build it, how you want to showcase your work. It's a little piece of the internet that's carved out just for you and your work. Doesn't matter if algorithms change, doesn't matter if platforms, change their ways and things like that. It can always stay the same and exactly how you want to showcase it. Which leads me to today's video sponsor, Zyro. One of the biggest things that I think separates Zyro from every other web host out there is their affordability, ease of use, and super fast loading speeds. That is so important because if you have an amazing website that takes forever to load, especially because 90% of the people that are probably gonna look at your website are on their phone, that's gonna be a big problem because now you're gonna potentially miss out on them actually checking out your website because it just didn't load in time. But Zyro makes it so easy to build a website from their hundreds of beautifully designed templates that are a great starting point. You can literally take one of their templates, just plug in your work, your text, whatever, and you're ready to go. And now you have a beautiful website that you made in minutes. So honestly, there's no better time than now, especially with the new year, to get started on building a website for you and your business. If you're interested, you can get an exclusive discount, a custom domain, and 4 months free off any of their yearly plan using this code, or click the link in my description to check it out. Thanks so much to Zyro for sponsoring this video. Build your website today. And so another key thing about your website is you don't want to show all of the work that you shoot. You want to show the work that you want to get paid to do. You want to show what you want to shoot. So essentially, if you want to be a wedding photographer, you just want to have weddings on your website. That just makes total sense. I didn't realize that in the beginning, and I kind of put all types of work, and I was getting inquiries in the beginning for things I didn't necessarily want to do. And I'm like, why are they asking me about this? Well, there was probably a shoot of something around that on my website. I definitely thought you had to constantly update your website, plug in all of the work that you did, but that's not the case. You just want to showcase the type of work that you want to shoot. So final thoughts, I definitely think that it is totally possible and more easy than ever to become a professional photographer in 2022. All the tools are laid out to you. You basically just have to put in the work and get started. Go out there, do as many shoots as you can. Start off by doing free shoots and then eventually will lead to paid work. You just want to start building a portfolio where you can showcase the work that you want to shoot and just keep doing that over and over and over again, and it's going to eventually lead to a side hustle and potentially a full-time job. That's how I started out in the beginning. All I did was just shoot, and then eventually paid work started coming in, and then now it is a full-time gig. Obviously, it takes time and patience, but I feel like if you really put in the work, you can honestly do it faster than I did. And honestly, you can make your dreams of becoming a professional photographer a reality. And especially for the new year, I'm totally open and willing to look into new ideas that you'd love to see on this channel, whether it's tutorials, vlogs, film ideas, whatever it is, I want to hear it. So definitely leave a comment below. So leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you guys to be part of the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.